everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to another bit of coin release news from everybody's favourite national mint, the Royal Mint. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've actually done a video on something from the Royal Mint, and I'll tell you exactly for why at the start of this video. I have been steering clear of giving the Royal Mint any kind of airtime of late, good or bad, because I just feel very apathetic about their whole range and existence and direction they're taking. However, as a inverted commas amateur journalist and content creator that's within the coin community, I can't avoid things that come out from the Royal Mint that are of interest and do get discourse moving about what collectors think and feel about particular releases. We can all talk about the moral, or at least perceived moral bankruptcy of the Royal Mint ad infinitum, but every now and again an interesting product will come out from them. They are a good mint when it comes to production of exciting and historically very cool coinage like this. They do some garbage as well, but this is good. However, it still doesn't convince me to return to the fold of the Royal Mint as a customer. And there's a lot of reasons for why, and I'll unpack some of those in this video as we go. And it's not just my opinions either, there's a lot of opinions from various different members of the coin world and community that feel the same. So, what is it in relation to? It's in relation to a new release for 2025 Sovereign, another special release, which is something we'll touch on as well. If every release is special, then it makes all of them less special, and it does somewhat dilute the brand that is the Sovereign. But we'll talk about that in a moment. It's a new release of the Sovereign range. It's a big release of the Sovereign range. There's a lot in there. There's going to be some good, some bad, some ugly, and some really just hard swerve misses with the Sovereign in silver. But we'll get to that in a moment and what the mintages are and everything. Before we dive in, I just remind you that if you are enjoying our video and our little commentary here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section on this new release and whether or not you're on board buying directly, or maybe like me, you're just going to sit back, wait, and pick it up probably for cheaper on the second-hand market. It'd be interesting to know. Also, jump over to the Silver Forum. There are two links in the description box below to two very interesting threads where you can find out a lot more information about what's going on and share, or see, I should say, lots of other people's opinions on this particular range and product. I think it is going to be an interesting one to split opinions. So, what have we got on offer? Well, let's just jump to this webpage first. It's a big range. They are bringing out a lot of coins, and to a certain extent, I feel that is they are trying to milk the brand a little bit. Now, I don't want to just sit here and flagrantly, bash the Royal Mint, but we know they're going to take advantage where they can of various different aspects of releases, and they are doing that, in my opinion, selling out entirely with the silver version of the Sovereign. Now, a silver Sovereign is not something that has never happened before. It has happened from other private mints. The word Sovereign is not copyrightable or trademarkable. Other private mints have done it, and they do it because they know they can turn a massive profit on it. And the Royal Mint, in my opinion, have gone down this direction to milk as much as they can from their official status as the Royal Mint and a silver Sovereign. So it's a hard skip. It should be a hard skip for anyone who doesn't want to throw away 9x their money, at least. It's a Sovereign weight, so it's 7.98 grams. Here's an interesting thing. So this is Charles, they're not sponsoring our video, but they've got a whole range up here to show us what it's all about. I suspect on release day they'll have them for sale. This is obviously taken from the Royal Mint's kind of press packet, and they've put here silver content, 0.2354 troy ounce of silver. That's wrong. Straight up, that's wrong, because it's 999 fine silver, 7.98 grams multiplied by the fineness of, multiplied by a troy ounce is actually not 0.2354. 7.98 times or divided by 31.104 is 0.2565. So the Royal Mint can't even get the basics right of their content of metal. It's just absolutely hilariously ridiculous. They don't care. They just want to make as much money as possible from this tiny product. To put in context, 0.25 of an ounce of troy ounce of silver is £7.50 at best if it's £30 an ounce. I mean, it's less if it's £25 an ounce. You're paying 10x for this coin. It's going to be £80 plus postage. No. It's a gimmick. It's just there to make people pay more money than is sensible. And if you are going to buy it, then you should fully expect that in 6 months, or even in 2 months after you've gone out of your returns window, if you try and sell it, you're going to get 20 quid for it, 30 quid for it. Now, I Could be wrong. Who knows? I might be wrong, and you might be able to break even. I don't think you're ever going to make money on this kind of coin. But if you must have the first silver-proof sovereign, just wait and buy it in a month's time, 2 months' time for half the price, a third the price, a quarter of the price. That's my opinion. I'm not going to change that opinion. No one's going to change that opinion of me. So silver, big hard skip. Next one in the range is kind of interesting because they are changing now the last sovereign. Well, this is going to be the last pink sovereign. So for those that maybe don't know, the sovereign 22 karat gold is being mixed with a very sort of coppery alloy, and it's very pink, as you can see, and a lot of people don't like that. And now the Royal Mint have decided to end pink sovereigns, and next year, 2026 onwards, they will be gold sovereigns, gold-coloured sovereigns. So what have the Royal Mint done? They're, of course, trying to milk this as well. So we're going to see here the sovereign, St. George here, 2011 as minted. And that one, if we go to the Charles website, is £895, the last rose gold sovereign. The 2025 shield proof sovereign, £795. So they're slapping on an extra £100 for it being the last pink sovereign that nobody likes. It's hilarious. And you know exactly what they're going to do in 2026. They're going to have the first gold proof sovereign back, and they'll charge a premium on that one. You bet my bottom dollar I will see that happening. I'm sure we'll be making a video next year going along those lines too. So it's just opportunistic. Those are the really bad things that I don't necessarily like about this. Now, to the really good things. Let's finish on a positive. The shield sovereign here is beautiful. It's lovely. And I would argue that it's got the best chance of all of this range of holding value and maybe even doing well over a very long period of time. But we can't ignore the fact that they are expensive. The premium on these is going to be very, very high. Look, gold's high at the moment, that's natural. The premium is always going to be a factor when you buy proof coins, but you can't ignore the fact that in the current market that we're in, that these coins probably will be available within a year at a cheaper rate than they are from the mint. So what the Royal Mint are expecting and what people will do, I think, this is my honest opinion of what's going to happen. I think these coins will be fairly popular. I think they'll probably sell from the Royal Mint pretty quickly, certainly the 5-coin set, with a mintage of only 500. So if we go here, the mintage of only 535 of these 5 gold, and the BU versions only 360. They will be pretty sought after. Will they be available on the second-hand market? I think so. They're not so rare that none of them will ever come up. But I think they will be cheaper from second-hand sources. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. In terms of the other ones up here, 7,000 mintage on the Shield Sovereign is a fair amount. It's when you add in all of the others in the various different coin sets. Oh no, those are maximum mintages. Okay, so there we go. 7,035 in the maximum mintage. So there's quite a lot of them. They will be available, and that's the kind of coin I will probably look to buy at some point at a cheaper price than from the Royal Mint directly. So they're nice. I like them. I like this Shield Sovereign. It's cool. But we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, that if every sovereign is special, if every release is something special, it does somewhat make the rest of the special bits less special. And we've seen a lot of special sovereigns over the last couple of years, and I just don't envisage this really helping the sovereign brand, and it does somewhat water it down with the last rose gold and the silver sovereign. I think that's just not particularly of interest. They're even doing a sovereign with a privy mark in silver. It's just pure commercialism and milking. And unfortunately, there are people out there who will throw money at it, thinking it's a good idea, and there'll be some that will throw it as a collector, and I get that. And they'll be like, whatever, I don't care. It's just a collection piece, fine. But there will also be a bunch of people who maybe think, well, this is going to be a potential way to make money. It's not. You're going to lose money on the silvers. 1,000,000% guaranteed. So, yeah, for me, it's a hard skip. I think if this was a year ago, 2 years ago, I think it was a year ago, I'd be like, I'll probably buy them. But if it was 2 years ago, I'd be definitely buying them. So it's interesting to see how things evolve over time, for sure. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the subject. It's an interesting release, but still doesn't bring me back into the fold to the Royal Mint to buy, unfortunately. I've got better things that I can do with my cash right now than buy very expensive coin sets. So my Backyard Bullion Ramblers and Cool Kids Club members, I'm very sorry that I was a bit deflated there. I filmed that video and I ended it there, and I was in two minds about whether to publish or not. And if I am publishing it and you guys are listening still, then I'm sorry for being a bit deflated, but I think what happened was my genuine apathy and lack of caring about the Mint and their direction and everything that's going on just really kicked in. I want the content that I make to be, first off, interesting, adding to the conversation and creating conversations in our minds about what's right and what the future should maybe look like. I don't want it just to be a moaning conversation and just be a kind of Karen video. That's negative. I don't like that. I don't think that's the kind of content that I want to make, and it's not the content that I think the vast majority of people want to see. I know there's some that will like that, but that's why I haven't done other videos about Royal Mint stuff in the last few months. So if I am publishing this and you're listening to it, thank you for sticking to the end and for hearing what we've got to say. I really do value your opinions about whether or not this kind of a video is adding to the conversation, of interest to people. There will always be some that just think I'm moaning about it, and those people won't be listening to the back end of this video, and that's absolutely fine. I can deal with those people. But on whole, I don't want to lose touch with what's important as my channel continues to grow and have a sphere of influence, whatever that sphere might be. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section. Drop me an email, drop me a PM over on the Silver Forum. I love it when people get in touch and tell me what they think about the real core aspects of what makes our channel different and special, and the discourse and conversation that we generate and create. So thank you, and a huge shout out to all of you wonderful, lovely, amazing people. I don't have a serial number for something for you to tell me that you're a Cool Kids Club member, so instead you're just going to have to say that you guys exist and are amazing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.